Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Season 4 qualifiers. Here we have Allegiance versus Ikarus on Mastermind on Wrecker's Yard. We have Allegiance killing first with Simply Dan playing Wesker for the team. And they're up against Ikarus survivors with Rizzy, Rewind, Wash, and Mash. We have a first chase here at 7. We will be using the OCE call, so it's Deep 6 and Deep 12. 7 will be Carpile. We get the drop on the filler pallet here and the pallet at Carpile. We're going to go continue on to the bottom mid jungle gym, and we are in chase here with Mash. Doing a very good job getting these pallets down. However, it is eating up the resources, but the tag has not happened yet. It is like against Wesker, right? Like Wesker is a fairly strong killer. So delaying this first tag and for as long as possible is very good, especially if you could deny the bound and force an M1 too. So it saves the spray as a resource throughout the match. As that is something that is that will run out over long drawn out games. We do have Brutal Strength, Pain Res, Pop, and Corrupt here with Egg, and I believe that is Lion Medallion. We have our injure here, and it looks like we will be taking Death Spot Deep 6 here. Dropping the filler, this very unsafe pallet, so chase should be ending relatively quickly. We do break it, we get the cracker, we get the blind. Mash kind of cooking this chase. Very solid first chase here by our survivors as a gen pops in the background. Very good stuff from Mash. And we are going to be pain resing from the looks of it between like 6 and 7. Haha, 6, 7. Another gen pops in the background right before pain rest the tragedy. So we have our first hook here with 3 gens remaining. Like, it's looking pretty okay for our survivors. It's kind of rough that another gen may pop soon. I have a feeling it was a 3 split. So we'll have to wait and see. We're looking around, looking for some survivors. We do spot a survivor here at 9 going to 8 and 7. Where are they, Mugo? They're trying to head towards the hook. Will they get the unhook? They do. And they get a slam here on to Jake, injuring Renato and putting Jake into deep wounds. Will we transfer over to Renato, I wonder? We have not spent our pop, as our pop stack from hooking Jake is going to expire. Unfortunate for our killer. But we get a very quick down on Renato as Rewind was not able to make that pallet here at 5. And we're going to be hooking at Hill 3. Hill hooks are very strong for Wesker here, as they could very effectively prevent survivors from unhooking by camping the single entrance to the hill with their power. It's going to take, like, if Wesker really forces it, it will take multiple survivors to unhook, to successfully get an unhook. Oh, and we spot a reset. The reset does go off on Jake here, and we're going to go for Ace here. Rizzy on Ace. They're going to go play the pallets. It's looking a lot better for our killer here, as a gen has not popped. I was worried a third generator would pop, but it looks like we were able to get. Looks like we were able to get another pain rest up before that. We see Jake clear there with the killer instincts from the spray, as unfortunately Rizzy was not able to get back over that pallet. And will be taking an M1 for their trouble. We see a crow take off at 7. We're going to go investigate, see some scratch marks. Probably a survivor lurking, trying to maybe get on this generator here that we chased Rizzy off of. This whole bottom area is pretty barren in terms of pallets, as we did spend most of them on that first chase. Big brutal strength value, not going to lie. Dan needs to find a survivor here, and we do as we catch Nia here in the 2 tile. Oh, and we also catch Rewind here. They make the window vault, narrowly dodging the Ouroboros bound. And we're going to go catch Rizzy, who slams that pallet, gets the beamer blind. Champion of Light, 20% hinder, slowing Wesker down to a crawl for a moment. Oh, and the generator here at 9 is looking about 90-80%. Survivors putting on the gen pressure here. Like, it's getting, I'm not gonna lie, it's getting scary. I would be sweating here in the killer's position. We need to confirm probably need to get a tunnel out soon. Confirm someone on Death Hook. Find the best, I think good finds here would be Jake or Renato, but getting Nia for a pain rest is also an option if we could get a quick down. We're gonna M1 Nia here. She drops the pallet by the bus, and we're gonna take chase to mid to like 12. Yeah, top mid. Oh, and Nia unfortunately loses the mind game and washed gets downed and picked. We'll see the generator at 9 finish right before the pain rest could come through, which is very unfortunate. You hate to see it. And we're gonna PR Nia here next to this crane. We have 2 generators remaining here, and not gonna lie, it's looking very good for our survivors. We have 3 freshes on board with 3 stages. Like, it's very playable in the 1v4 at 2 generators remaining. If Nia can get downed and hooked again relatively quickly, considering that there's no pallet here in this crane, right? That'll be very good here for Dan. We really are, if we're looking to 4K this, we really need to be looking at eliminating a survivor. Oh, Nia doing a bit of a jiggy. Waiting out the entirety of the bound. Another gen finishes. We're down to 1 gen remaining. We really need to go and get a survivor out of the game if we want to go get this 4K. A 4K 1 is possible, but the gen spread is not it. With a gen at 11, it looks like a gen at 7 and a gen Shack. The Shack gen also looking very progressed. Gonna kick it. Rizzy's gonna get the slam. Gonna get the beamer blind. Champion of light once again. I think this is a good chase here for our killer. If we get the pain res on Rizzy and our 4th fresh hook, this would be a lot better position. And securing 4 fresh hooks will also help push their win con to be even better. Rizzy takes an M1. Will they make the pallet? The answer is no, as they are slammed right next to this hook here in Hill. And this is going to be a very good hook position as it's right next to the Shack. Painras hitting Shack, sending that gen back to around 50%, I think. Maybe like 60%. You see some scratch marks lurking around the Shack area. We want to prevent the survivors from stopping that gen regression. However, with how large the gen spread is at like 7, Shack, and 11, it's going to be very hard to defend this 3 gen. So, not gonna lie, unless Nia like dies in the next like 30 seconds, I feel that this is looking to be outs. So we're gonna be playing stages. I mean, we're already at 5 stage for fresh, which is pretty solid. If we could get another stage on board. Is this a throw? This is a throw edge map, guys. It might be a 2-tap here for Renato. That was an excellent throw by our Wesker. Renato doesn't make it anywhere and will get M1'd right here, and we will maybe see them hooked by the hill that Rizzy was hooked. I reckon this is one of the stronger hooks for Wesker in this map. Right up on a hill. We do get another pop, goes the Weasel stack. We should hope, like, if I were in the position of Wesker here, I would be looking to spend this pop stack. The mid-gen is regressing, however, ooh, what a fast pull. I was going to say, the last gen does pop in the background. I believe that was the 11 generator. Our survivors doing an excellent job here of with their gen pressure. Very good stuff by Ikarus. Allegiance's killer Dan here in chase, in Shack. We spot Nia. They're trying to get another stage out of Renato, possibly. However, these 2 survivors are Death Hook, and if they catch them, it will only be offering a singular hook state. Will we bound around? Unfortunately, no. Will we throw Rizzy into the corner? Will we get an M1 here is the question. I think we'll get... Oh my. Will a heel tech happen? Oh. Unfortunately, that will be our survivors escaping. If that was a throw on the wall, that would have been devastating, as I believe that will result in Jake getting 2-tapped there. We'll cover our first match with Allegiance's killer, securing a decent result of, I believe we are looking at 1, 2, 3. 6 stage, 4 fresh, which is going to be a tough win con for their survivors, I feel. But no, it's not over till it's over, and we'll see how Ikarus's Wesker performs. I'll see you guys in a bit, as we'll be right back as we get the next game set up. Hello and welcome back to Blood Rush League Season 4. Qualifier match between Allegiance and Ikarus. We have Ikarus on killer this time, with No Mercy playing Wesker for Ikarus here on Wrecker's Yard. We have a win condition of 7 hooks, 4 fresh. Actually, no, we have a win condition of 7 hooks and a tie condition of 6 hooks, 4 fresh. As we do get into chase here with Ajran on aces. Unfortunately, they lose the mind game and get M1'd. They did not get bounced, so they're not hit by Wesker's bounce, so we do not have an Ouroboros infection. So they won't need to spray later after they get unhooked and healed. That was a very, very fast first down for our killer. An excellent start. And we did not spend the pain res, as there's probably no gens with meaningful progress at this point in the game, which is a good choice by No Mercy. It was a fairly fast pull as we catch Ace here running towards the crane here at 5. Will we get them is the question. We get a bound, we get another bound, we get a throw, it slides off the tree as Ace is able to continue running up towards the jungle gym here. This is a fairly strong pallet. Ace pre-drops it, runs around. The question is, will they make it? Ooh, they do. Very good stuff here by Ace, reacting just in time to avoid that bound. Running back towards the crane. The pallet is still available. We pre-drop it as the killer vaults over. Oh, Ace opting to go up into the crane itself. Vaults the window as Wesker breaks the ballot, and we are now at the edge filler. As unfortunately they get stuck and did not make it into the filler itself. We'll get the pick here, and right next to a wonderful pain res here at, I believe this is 5. Yep. Oh, I was just informed that No Mercy is also known as a Gen Blight, which is fair enough. And we do get our pain res here, and we do get a kick on the gen at 6. The generator at 1 does finish, which puts our 4 generators remaining for our killer. They're in a pretty good spot with a Death Hook survivor at 4 generators. This is looking pretty good for our killer. Oh, we get an edge map. We get an edge map throw. Does this mean we possibly a 2-tap? Does he make it? No, it's not. It's a 2-tap. Very good stuff here as they do get the pull on Ace. We're going to elect a slug here, running back towards our hook, trying to catch them before they reset. With 3 generators remaining, if we get Ace out of the picture here, this would put our killer in a very advantageous position to take this match. Ace is going to make the ballot there. We're going to opt to vault over. Will Ace make it around? And I think they do. They vault and successfully make it all the way around to the other side of this filler. Wesker's gonna break, facing towards mid-12. Oh, Ace makes another pallet here in the jungle gym at 12. They vault, and the killer whiffs the M1. Unfortunate for them. We do spot David here, still infected, maybe coming in for a hit take for Ace, but you have to be very careful. If they do get fully infected, they can be insta-downed by a M2 slam by Wesker here. However, David is now injured as Ace gets grabbed, and this will be our first sacrifice with 3 generators remaining here. A pretty solid spot to be in for our killer. We only need 4 more hook stages to take the win condition here. Ooh, a generator does finish, bringing us to our last 2 generators of the trial. Lara making it into Shack, taking that window. Looks like we have a gen at deep 12, a gen at 7. And I think a gen Shack. Ooh, a beamer slam there. Oh, sorry, a pallet stun there with a beamer. No champion of the light this time. And oh, the other gen is deep 6. A very solid gen spread here for our survivors. As long as we defend the gen here between 7 and 8, I think we're in a... We have a holdable 3 gen. Honestly, I think the gen 12 is not really defendable despite Wesker's mobility. I think we might have to concede it. But if we do catch David here, we did spot David, who is fully infected. If we get a slam on them and get that insta-down, that would be an amazing spot for our killer, an amazing down, getting us another pain res potentially, hitting that generator at 8. However, the generator at 8 probably has a survivor back on it. We do get the insta-down, hitting the eruption, making sure that generator does not finish. And we will be running straight towards a pain res hook here, preferably looking... Alright, looks like we're looking towards a pain res at 2. Will we get it off is the question, and the answer is yes, as the pain res, I assume, hits the generator at here at 7 and 8. And it looks like it does, unless that's the erupt regression, as we can see some sparks at the generator. We do see the generator here at deep 6 having about, I think, 40% from the looks of it. And Lara, as Simply Down on Lara gets spotted there trying to stealth between the chest and the fuel barrel, fire barrel, yeah. And will be getting hit by Wesker's M2 for trouble. We have 2 infected survivors, so like our bound comes off decently quickly. Will we get the down here is the question. Looks like David cleansed the Dull Totem, which it's likely, I assume they're playing around Inner Strength. We do get the slam here. We're going to make our way towards our Pain Rest Hook here at 7. If the generator between 7 and 8 is not finished before this Pain Rest connects, this could be devastating for our survivors, as this allows Wesker to both patrol the gen and this hook and the gen at deep 6 very, very easily. Oh my, what a quick pull here by our killer. And it looks like we're eyeing David. No, we spot Lara running up here towards the hill. Is this a balanced landing? The answer is yes, as Lara takes that balanced landing, running towards 2, making that pallet. However, not able to revault the pallet, as pallet revaults against Wesker sometimes can be a bit tricky, especially if you're trying to react to it on ping. We do see Killer Instinct at 7/8 as David does clear their infection. If we're able to catch V here and put her on a hook, that will result in a tie condition. Or if we're able to get 2 more hook stages, we do spot V. I think we will opt to hook Lara here to get us to 6 stages, 3 fresh. And if we could get 1 more hook stage before the survivors leave, that will secure the win. V attempts a beamer save, but unfortunately does not make it. We're going to go hook here at 9, between 9 and 10. Very, very good game sense for Gen Blight here / No Mercy to look away towards the dumpster to avoid the angle for the beamer. Ooh, we see the gen there at deep 6, about 50%, and the gen there at 8, between 7 and 8 to be about maybe, I think, was that 70? We're going to have to send a kick here, going to put Erupt on this gen. We're going to ideally return to this other generator here. We did see a survivor get off of it as they pull Lara from the hook. The survivors cannot afford another hook state here. This is their win condition. If the killer gets another hook, this means that match goes to Ikarus. But if they all escape in endgame and no more hooks are attained, this will go to Allegiance, as the win condition is 7 hooks and 4 fresh. And the tie condition is 6 hooks and 4 fresh. And we are currently at 6 hooks and 3 fresh, which means the tie condition cannot be met. It's either a win or a loss. Ooh. I think we're going. I feel like as the killer here, once we find a survivor, we just have to hard commit this. We just have to get 1 more stage. But the survivors have disappeared off of the map, playing extremely stealthy right now. We're looking towards deep 6. We did see some scratch marks. The survivors pre-running, sending it towards 5, 4, and 3. The pallet here has been used earlier, so it's a bit of a dead zone. However, there is still this jungle gym pallet that's still up. Ooh, we fake the pallet, forcing Wester to go over. And we do spot the generator deep 12 being worked on. Will we catch a survivor? A thing to note is that Lara is fully infected, means she has a 4% hinder, and she is injured, which means either an M2 or an M1 will pretty much down her. And that 4% hinder means that it's a lot harder to loop the killer. I think we just full commit here for Lara for that win condition. This is a very dangerous pallet here. Pretty much a 50-50. Lara manages to make her way around it. We have Bloodlust 1. The generator does finish. However, I think Lara is trapped here. Unless another survivor comes, we are on Bloodlust 2. We're going to M1 here. And if we get the pick and successfully get the hook in, that wins the match for Ikarus. And the hook is right there. And this hook, putting us at 7 hooks and 4 fresh, does secure the match here for Ikarus. Such a close game, honestly, as both survivors take their leave. Oh, there's David, and they take hatch. And with that, that gives the match as the match as it is a best of 1 to Ikarus with 7 stage 4 fresh, which is honestly extremely close to that 6 stage 4 fresh of Allegiance. We will be back in a couple of hours with our next match of, I believe it is Blight with... One second, I completely blanked. It is Blight between Engel and Irithyll. There we go. And I will hope to see you guys then. Thank you all for being here. And such a strong match between these two teams. Such a close, literally one stage difference between both sets. Thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye.